So here is part 2 of my bookshelf tour. Let's start at this panel, this side. First is this one. So Sophie Kinsella's Remember Me. Actually, I have the US edition already, but when I saw that the UK hardcover is the big tall one, I decided to shift to change everything. So I'm gonna sell all my US hardcover and get the UK ones. The others are at the back, so I'll just do it the next time. The Luminaries by Eleanor Catton, Leviathan, Behemoth, Goliath by Westerfield. So these are big tall books. The other Westerfield here, so they can't go together because they don't have the same height. And the Bone Season, the Mind Order, and then Gold. The Girl Who Soared Over Fairyland, The Girl Who Fell Beneath Fairyland, The Boy Who Lost Fairyland, The Girl Who Raged Fairyland. I have book 1, but was it book 1? Yeah, book 1, but it's still with my friend. Then Star Touched Queen, I want to read this sometime soon. And book 2, Crown of Wishes. Next is Truth Witch and Wind Witch. I've read this too, I loved it. And then Burial Rites. Next down here is Caraval. If you haven't read Caraval, you should read it. You'll be surprised. Pretty Little Things. I haven't read this one yet. By Gillian Hoffman. Appearance of Annie Van Sinderen. Conversion. And Physic Book of Deliverance Dane. All by Catherine Ho. Haven't read any of this yet. Then my favorites as well. The Tiger's Curse, Tiger Saga, Tiger's Curse, Tiger's Quest, Tiger's Voyage. So far, these 3 books, compared to the other books, these are the ones that are so heavy. The quality of the papers are really nice, and the story is really, really good. It's one of our favorites. My girls and I, we loved it. I got book 4, but it's still with my friend. So hopefully by next month, he'll be able to give it to me. And then another favorite, Red Rising, Golden Sun and Morning Star by Pierce Brown. Red Rising is a bit slow, so you'll need to be more than halfway for you to be able to like the book. And then once it's done, once you started Golden Sun, there's no turning back. Everything is like fast paced already, all the way up to Morning Star. And your next is November Coho. So far, these are just my Coho books, just 2. November 9 and Finding Cinderella. Oh, and I got Without Merit. It's given by Raf as well. So I'm hoping to get it sometime like after 2 months because the delivery time takes that long. Then the Book of Ivy, Revolution of Ivy. I love this duology as well. And then the Lunar Chronicles. I remembered I was really obsessing to get at least book 1 because nobody was selling the hardcover. And then when I finally got it, and then I found Scarlet and then Cress, Winter. I've read them all. So far my most favorite is Winter, next is Cress. And then Stars Above, I started reading it, but I wasn't able to finish it. Fairest, I did start it as well. Next, down below, sorry for the lighting, is, wait, there you go, much better, right? So next is this side, Parasol Protectorate. It's an omnibus edition of the first 3 books. And I got also the volume 2, the next 3, 4, 5, 6. Hopefully by next month I'll get it. Then Iron Trial and Copper Gauntlet. So we love this one. So we're waiting for, hopefully we'll be able to get books 3 and 4 real soon. Then Uprooted, my most anticipated. Well, actually, I've been obsessing to get this book, and finally I have it here. But I cannot put my Novik books with the other Novik books because it's too small. This one is just a regular hardcover, and my other Novik books are big tall books. Then The Tyrant's Daughter, I started this already and I'm loving it. It's really something that everybody should read because it's interesting. The story is really interesting. Darkest Minds, Never Fade in the Afterlight. My goodness. Until now, I haven't started this one. Actually, I started it, but I wasn't able to really push through. And now there's the movie. So, I really need to start with this one by next month. Okay, to continue. So, next is Illumine, Gemina. So, I don't have the last book, the third book. Then next is The Crown's Game. Oh, this is by Kaufman and Christoph, by the way. And then next is The Crown's Game by Evelyn Sky. I'll have book 2 already. A friend gave it to me. So I'm looking forward to that one. Next is, let me just pull this. Love and Other Perishable Items by Laura Buzo. Then Pretty Uglies, Pretties, Specials, Extras, all by Westerfeld. I started Uglies already. And then next is 1,000 Pieces of You, 10,000 Skies Above You, A Million Worlds Without You, all by Claudia Gray. I finished this one. I'm halfway here. So I think I'll reread this one so I can continue with this Million Worlds with You. Then the final one at this side is by Laini Taylor, Daughter of Smoke and Bone, Days of Blood and Starlight, and Dreams of Gods and Monsters. This book one, it was a fast read for me, so fast paced. But for this one, it was really a slow one for me. So I think I'm gonna reread this one so I can continue with this one. Then next is The End Game by James Ray. Then in omnibus edition of Angels and Demons and Da Vinci Code by Dan Brown. Mammoth one as well. I have the series already, but when I saw this one, when it was posted online, I was so curious on how it looked like. But I think I'm gonna let go of this one. I'll sell this one because it's not what I've expected. How it looks like, basically. The next is The Fifth Wave. I've watched the movie. I loved it. I read the book Until the Infinite Sea. I love both of it. I haven't started with this one. I think I need to reread book 2 so I can continue with this one. Then the final one is here, The Kiss Quotient, one of our favorites. You'd love this one. You need to start reading this. Get hold of the book. Harry Potter, Philosopher's Stone. I'm selling this one because I need to get book 2 of the anniversary edition. I have book 1. And then, wait, I'll put this back slowly so it won't get dented. Then Sword and Verse, Count of Monte Cristo, Reign of Shadows, Rise of Fire, Midnight at the Electric, Shadow Queen, and Wish Granter by C.J. Redwine. Next is, going at the top again, my Agatha Christie book. The rest is at the back, so we'll just do this one first. I love this edition. I'm trying to collect the rest, but they're sold abroad only, so I'll need to save up so I can complete the rest. And then slipcase edition of the Harry Potter one. Need to save up as well so I can get the rest of the books. Then my favorite, Sweet Evil, Sweet Peril, Sweet Reckoning, Sweet Temptation, all by Wendy Higgins. If you haven't read this book, it has been released years ago. You should read it. It's so nice. It's so good. You won't regret it. I think I've reread this like more than 5 times already, almost 10 times. Then Great Haunt, Great Pursuit. I haven't read this one yet. Then, Agatha Christie by Sophie Hannah. Monogram. This one I borrowed from Raf, An Arc of Iron Gold. I haven't read this one yet. This one, The Kingdom of Blazing Phoenix. I read it. I loved it. I'm gonna collect it once it's out. And then I borrowed this from Eka, The River of No Return. The next one is this one, When Dimple Met Rishi. If you haven't read this one, you should. It's so cute. The story is so nice. It's really a good read. It's one of those fun books that you'd love to reread. Alex, Approximately. This one I've read also, but the ones that got stuck in my head whenever I see this book is all about that Audrey Hepburn, all her movies and the other old movies that they've recommended that you'd want to check out. I've watched some of the movies that was mentioned here. And then books by Leigh Bardugo, The Shadow and Bone, Siege and Storm, Ruin and Rising, the Krisha verse. If you haven't read it, you should. This is so cool, so nice. And then the Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom. The first that you're gonna see here that you'd want to, the reason why you'd want to get the book is because of this, the black and white combination. And of course, I have a weakness for big tall books. And this one, God Blind, I've borrowed from Raf. Until now I haven't read it. And my Gabaldon books, the anniversary edition. I'm so glad I got it. Then Dragon in Amber, An Echo in the Bone, The Fiery Cross. It's written in my own heart's blood. I have 5 and I have 4 books, the remaining 4 books together with my friend. Hopefully I'd get to ship them out real soon. Next is Garth Nix, Sabriel, A Porcelain Across the Wall. I'm looking for the Clariel with the same size, the UK hardcover. The gray one. Hopefully I'd get one. And then by Morgan Rhodes, this is the spin-off Fallen Kingdom series. I finished it. Zoe and I will love this series. I'm always recommending this to anyone who'd love to read fantasy books. Fallen Kingdom is a fast-paced kind of story. And then Spirit and Thieves, Darkest Magic. This is a spin-off for this one. If you're gonna ask me, I love this one than this one. The spin-off for me is much more interesting, but unfortunately until now book 3 hasn't come out yet. And then Ember in the Ashes, A Torch Against the Night. I love this series as well. I think book 3 is out. I'm just gonna borrow from my friend so I can read it already because I'm so excited. Then The Immortals by Paul Stewart and Chris Riddell, Child 44, The Here and Now by Anne Breshers. Then last one here, these are all my illustrated edition ones mostly. These are the novels. Seeker Travel by Arwen Ellis Dayton. Haven't read this one yet. The Goldfinch and The Little Friend by Donna Tartt. Then Gravity Falls. This is Gab. She loves this one. And she's been asking me to get the other journals, the other Gravity Fall books. Then the Game of Thrones books are one of Eric's. He really wants to complete the series, especially the novels, the graphic novels. So we have volume 1 and volume 2. So we're missing volumes 3 up to 5, sorry. And then I have the Dan Brown illustrated editions, Angels and Demons, Da Vinci Code, and the Lost Symbol. I've been thinking of selling this one so I can get the edition under the same publisher, but I don't know how to do it. I don't know when I'm gonna do that. And then this one, I have book 3 of the Harry Potter illustrated edition. Hopefully I'll get books 1 and 2 already. And then I have the Hobbit illustrated edition. Oops. Wait, sorry. This is quite tight here. Then the one that I won, the Back to the Future. Then Shawn Mendes. This was supposed to be a gift to one of my daughter's best friend, but I'm not sure if she's still a fan. And then the last, Agatha Christie comic books. They call it comic books. I'm hoping to collect the rest of the comic books. Then Great Gatsby and the illustrated edition of Percy Jackson, Greek Heroes and Greek Gods. I'm just disappointed that the illustrated edition for Percy Jackson is not as big as this one. They're like this size, a coffee table, I guess, or a bit smaller. I'm not sure, I haven't compared it yet, but definitely not this giant size of a book. I was hoping it's the same size, so you know, when you line it up, it's gonna be real nice. So this is what we've finished, the second shelf. And this is the whole shelf. So that's our bookshelf part 2. I do hope you had fun watching it. And I'll try to make a video of the next part, those books at the back. So I'll just put it up front so I can take the video again for the next bookshelf tour. Bye guys.